Just 4 players remain in the Gauntlet, and there's still $850 of the total prize pool yet to be allocated on top of what has already been locked in. In case you're wondering what the minimum winnings are for the top 4 at the moment, that would be $600 each for Ixo and Oscillon, $750 for Scrubkilla, and $1,200 for Fairy Peak. The winner of today's series will add another $100 to their total, tomorrow's winner will add $250, and finally plus $500 for the championship.
Johnny.
Yes, Brian?
Where did all this prize money come from?
A fine question, my friend. It was actually provided in full by our friends over at Gift Your Game. Be sure to check out them and their free app that lets you turn your own Rocket League plays into gifts with a single button press. We've already eliminated 4 players from the tournament, but it's still feeling a bit cramped in here. I think we should get rid of 1 more to free up a bit more space. What do you say we get Ixo versus Oscillon started? Winner moves on, loser is out.
In physics, an Oscillon is a soliton-like phenomenon that occurs in granular and other dissipative media. In Rocket League, Oscillon is one of only 2 players able to take a game from Fairy Peak in the 5K. Will Ixo take another series from him, or will Oscillon show his true ability?
Round 5 of the Gauntlet begins. It's Ixo versus Oscillon. Only 2 more matches after this one. Scrub awaits in the next round and Fairy Peak awaits in the final. Before that, they have each other to dispose of. Oscillon with the first real chance. It's close range, but Ixo somehow reads the high shot. Avoids being demoed as well. Great defense by Ixo to start things off. The last time these two played, it was a Game 5 series and a Game 5 series win for Ixo. The 0-second goal to take it all in Game 5, no less. He's not really had much time to think of goals so far. It's all been defense, but there we go. Ixo will score with his first real opportunity. And he started this air dribble from well inside his own half. And Oscillon must have thought that he was going to go for a straight up air dribble, but then at the last second he dives into him. And that's just the Ixo special right there. He's been one of the most exciting players to watch all tournaments, so it's great to see him still playing some of the best Rocket League in the 3rd last match of the entire tournament. He's just going to dangle Oscillon in the midfield. Oscillon scores himself while Ixo scores the ball. He wants to slow roll it though to force Oscillon to come back. We saw Ixo do this to Flakes in the last round. Just tilting Oscillon a little bit, just frustrating him ever so slightly, because Oscillon's going to need every second he can get to come back against Ixo. I reckon Ixo's probably taking about 5 off the clock there. And you know, some people, they say, well, what does it matter? If there's a 0-second goal, then the ball's in the air anyway, so wouldn't have made a difference. Whoa, Oscillon replies with a flick of his own. That is a real boomer to the top corner. 102 kilometers an hour. Good luck saving that one, Ixo. Very fast shot there by Aussie. You know, consider again the time-wasting strategy just for a moment before we get too deep into this game. So, if you're going to get a 0-second goal, you need the ball to stay in the air in the first place. What if it hits the ground on 1 second remaining? And that would have been the difference between the ball bouncing up and just being dead forever if the time has been wasted. That's why Ixo's making that play, but either way, Oscillon brings it back. We're all tied up, a couple of flicks, 1 for the goal, 1 for an outplay. And the result is that Oscillon has tied us up here. Great save on Ixo's mind game. Oscillon's going to be tough to mind game in any situation. Many have tried, few have succeeded, and he will get the 3rd goal. And now Ixo probably wishes he had those 5 seconds back. He's got to do the scoring himself now. Oscillon looking very composed early on. They're both looking very flashy in their Lone Wolf decals. One of my favorites. Another shot for Oscillon. Ixo reads it going over the bar. Oscillon with the air roll shot backwards. Ixo just trying to keep this close to the wall so Oscillon can't keep shooting. He does quite well. Both players with extremely low boost totals, but they're going to trade out the awkward position for 100 boosts each. Still though, Oscillon in an advantageous spot. Ixo backs him up though. He's looking to go infield, but Oscillon does just enough in the challenge, trips up Ixo in the midfield, and now he has universal control of the ball. Ixo going a bit high on the challenge. Oscillon couldn't force it underneath though, as it's flung a little bit too far away to the side. The pinch clear for Oscillon, doesn't do too much, all it does is give Ixo the possession. Oscillon's mixing up his defense very well here in game 1 though. That's a rush challenge inside Ixo's half just a moments ago. Ixo, air roll shot off the wall, does not get it on target, and Oscillon will probably do so, but what a save by Ixo! He had to read that and pre-jump. He's not done yet, he's still got a lot of work to do to get this ball to safety, but he is hanging on here, refusing to back down. Honestly, it doesn't matter how little boost you've got Ixo on, he'll probably join you in your corner to fight you for the 100 pad. And after an explosive start, this game has become quite quiet, and now there are no goals. It's just back and forth in the midfield. It's Oscillon and Ixo posture up, but it's Ixo who comes out on top. Oscillon left himself vulnerable as he dodged on the spot. Ixo takes him out the game. Well done to spot Oscillon dodging there. No real way for Oscillon to move out the way of the demo after he's done so. It's a dodge off the wall for Oscillon. Ixo reads it, gets in the way of it, and now he'll take the ball into Oscillon's half. But what can he do with only 24 boosts and no real angle to work with? Not much is the answer. Oscillon on the counter, looking for a bump of his own, and he'll get it. Just blocking Ixo's path to the ball. Although the pop was pretty low, it doesn't matter when you can sit right on top of the ball and prevent, or sit right under the ball rather, and prevent your opponent from jumping up into it. Well played there by Oscillon. I talked about this in the last round. I said that Ixo might be the best air dribble bumper in the tournament, but I reckon Oscillon is the second best in that category. Only maybe Scrub Killer would be the other name that I'd throw into the mix there. All three players are still, of course, alive in the tournament. Oscillon looking confident, feeling confident as well going into this one, and why not when you can flick as accurately as this? He even managed to fool Ixo into thinking it was going over the bar, but it's just perfectly arcing underneath. Well played by Oscillon to take a 3-goal lead in the final 50 seconds of the match. And Ixo needs a kick-off goal here to keep his hopes alive. He will put it in the bottom corner. And now it's just 2 goals and 47 seconds remaining. Will Ixo try the break check kickoff? I wonder. He's done it a few times. Now this time he's just going to play straight up. He's not mixing it up too much here just yet. Oscillon is going to ball chase and make this very awkward for Ixo. Boost grab for Ixo, and the bump off the wall, and he's going to dish it in as well. How about that for Ixo to make it a 1-goal game? Steals the boost, bumps Oscillon off the wall, and then he goes all the way off to put the ball back on target. And it's 34 seconds left. We have a very interesting final minute here to look back on, and hopefully a good final 30 seconds to look forward to. Oscillon with the ball under control right now. Might just rip a long clear right now, or flick it from distance. He's going to take it into the air. This is so risky by Oscillon. Can Ixo get the save? Yes, he can, but he needs to recover it as well. Oscillon still in the way, preventing Ixo from attacking until the very final few seconds of the match. Ixo does not go off the wall. He's going to go straight down the middle. Here comes a bump of his own. He slows the ball down, but he can't get back underneath it in time. And that's going to be the game. Oscillon takes it in a breathtaking final minute. Game 2 Oscillon in the blue with an early advantage. But Ixo is on the warpath. He got the last 2 goals in the previous game. Can he continue that run of form? That's a really nice flick from the midfield. But not only Ixo playing well here, what was Oscillon doing? Staying so close to him in this position. As it was never going to be a good idea. Stay that close to Ixo when you know he's got probably the best flick in the whole tournament. Wave dash pop by Ixo to make it 2-0. What a play that is. Oscillon is just going to wait and hope for the best, but he can't react to that. Once again, Ixo doing just a little bit too much for I think anybody to defend against. What a start to game 2. Ixo wanted to make a bit of a streak himself. We already saw a really big win streak by Flakes earlier in the Gauntlet. Now Ixo can make it 2 with a series win today. To do that he has to get past Oscillon, who's looking very sharp in offense himself. Now it's all about the kickoff control. Who's going to adapt better in that battle? Oscillon coming in for a bump attempt, and he's going to get it on the ground. These two really are the best at finding their spots for doing this. 27 boost, but who needs it when you can land in your opponent like that? 2-all. Oscillon did not take long to respond to Ixo's pop-off in the first few seconds. But can he hold on against Ixo's monstrous offensive repertoire? Ixo's going to turn around early here. He's really not going back into his own half or back to the midfield too often today to grab boost. I'm not sure why, because he does like to dribble end to end at people. Oscillon just looking for a block on the end of this air dribble, but Ixo gets in the way of it. And he will put in a long shot to retake the lead. It was a bit careless here by Oscillon. I'm not sure if that's going to work enough of the time for it to be worthwhile. Those slow air dribbles don't really build up enough momentum for... Oh, look at that. That'll build up some momentum. Ixo with a slow roll mind game to make it 4-2. It's been all impressive goals so far. Oscillon being made to look pretty silly though. I was going to explain that I don't really like the slow air dribble dunk attempt by Oscillon though, because he doesn't really build up enough momentum in his approach to barrel through the ball and force Ixo back over his own goal line. And now Ixo just nipping in and retaking control of the ball. Puts himself in the line of fire though, and he might get double demoed. That's actually an attempt of the double demo by Oscillon. He was waiting to see if Ixo would spawn that side. You know, if he'd approached a little bit later, he might have had the chance to demo him on spawn. It's actually Oscillon who's in an awkward spot, but he gets another demolish to take Ixo out the equation. Couple of key explosions there for Oscillon. And where's Ixo going? No, he's faked himself. He's back in the way for another challenge though. The lucky thing about that angle for Ixo is that he didn't take himself too far away from the play by doing so. But he's taken himself completely out of the game now, and just like that, Oscillon gets another goal back. And where did Ixo go here? I reckon he's just got magnetized into the boost instead of playing the ball or his opponent. This game continues to deliver goal after goal. Ixo not interested in 100 boosts, he just wants to threaten shots. That has been the name of the game for him so far. Doesn't have a dodge here, he needs to be very careful. Pinch shot on the ground, which Oscillon will block. Ixo this time has saved up a little bit of boost to work with, but he's putting himself in such dangerous positions. He's going to go high over the demo this time. Really needs to be so careful against Oscillon, who will gladly go for demos if he has the opportunity. You know, he might go for one here actually. No, Oscillon's just going to sneak in and take the ball. He goes off the wall himself. He's got a lot to do though. And that's not a bad touch. Ixo somehow saves it. Tell you what though, there weren't many ways for Oscillon to get that on target, and that was one of them. But the result is a goal for Ixo, because Oscillon wanted a bump and he just caught air. 2-goal game, just 2 minutes left. Ixo trying to tie up the series here. It looks like the player with the majority of the control in this one. Oscillon hasn't really been able to keep up with him, although a couple of well-timed demos have equalized the speed difference a couple of times. So just going to threaten the back wall, but that's a really nice recovery by Oscillon to stay with it. Ixo into the air with not much boost. He's going to have to leave that one to Oscillon on the back wall, but this is all well and good for Ixo, who has 2 goals already in the bag. He's going to pop it over to Oscillon. Oscillon doesn't have any boost to catch up with it. That's 3 goals now. And a really, really solid passenger play for Ixo. He was never in danger, never in any real danger for that whole period since the last kickoff. And that's what you want to see for a player with a goal lead or 2. Hang on, I think Oscillon's just missed this open net on kickoff. That could have been very interesting. It's always the dilemma. If you scored a goal and you're to make it a 2-goal lead for yourself, and then your opponent scores a kickoff goal, suddenly you're defending a kickoff with a 1-goal lead. A couple of wave dash attempts for Ixo. Oscillon is still threatening from the near post. That's a good save. Oscillon just has to do better, I think. He needs to put that shot higher. Maybe get Ixo to save something that isn't even on target. Or alternatively, get it across the goal. Oscillon with a delayed touch, but Ixo stands strong in the way of it. And his 3-goal lead remains intact, and this time so does his car as he evades capture from behind. Oscillon is centering it for him. And now Ixo just trying to trip up the Dutchman. Not once, but twice. Will Ixo be the one to eliminate both of the league's Dutch players? Of course, Netherlands and England are the only 2 countries that have dual representation. Flakes had a chance to eliminate both English players, but failed to do so to Ixo in the last round. Now, Oscillon does score eventually. Caught the bump that he's been looking for most of the game. But is it too little too late? 13 seconds left. And a kickoff that goes pretty even. It's not going to help him. That's really nice for Ixo to flick the ball so high with so little boost. He's done enough, I think, to secure game 2 and tie up this series. Oscillon will have to go back to the drawing board for game 3. Game 3 gets underway. Ixo looking like the favorite at the moment, at least if you look at the last 2 goals of Game 1 and the entirety of Game 2. But Oscillon is hanging close with him, and he'll put in the first goal in Game 3 to take a lead here. Now, can he continue to at least go even in kickoffs? He's looked very consistent so far in the face-off. There's been nowhere near as many face-off goals and one-sided possessions as we saw in the previous round between Ixo and Flakes. And Oscillon dribbling right at Ixo with the ball carry. Can't be the smartest thing in the world. Ixo saw him coming, but there we go. That's the 1 goal for Oscillon as Ixo gets caught out a little bit himself. It's a accidental collision mostly by Oscillon, but he will benefit from that most of the time, so no reason not to do it. And a casual 2-goal lead for Oscillon. Remember the last game, Ixo had a 2-goal lead early on, but it was from 2 very, very high-level goals. It doesn't matter how the goals go in as long as they do, and Ixo's going to respond with a goal of his own. It did not take long to find it. Oscillon out of position this time with low boost and nowhere to go. 4 minutes 12 on the clock, plenty time for both players to figure out this game. Ixo not getting a good read on that wall bounce. He's going to have to give the possession to Oscillon, who saved up an awful lot of boost, and considering that the kickoff just happened and he's not taken 100. Failed flick for Ixo. Puts him on the defensive. Oscillon with an open net, and he will rebound that one in with a good read. Well played by Oscillon here. This wasn't the easiest position after this touch. Made it awkward, but he spiraled away from the ball so that he arrives at the perfect time, and he's got his 2-goal lead back. How will Ixo respond? Oscillon comes out on top of another kickoff. He's maybe looking for a demo here. He finds it. What a play by Oscillon. And Ixo, who's been privy to most of Oscillon's demo attempts, is not ready for this one. Didn't even know it was coming until the very last second when it was too late. Now 3-goal lead for Oscillon, who I think surprised a lot of people by playing as well as he did during league play, especially against Fairy Peak. This has been the tournament that's impressed me the most in terms of Oscillon's history with 1v1. There's not much he could do here though. Ixo did not waste any time. Oscillon's just starting to path around the box looking for small pads, but Ixo went straight for the throat. And he got the dagger in before Oscillon could recover. Still 2 goals though in favour of the Dutchman. Now can he do anything with that? Another strong kickoff approach, but Ixo gets in the way of it, and Oscillon has scored himself again. Ixo gets a touch to put the ball to safety. He needs to be careful though. Here comes Oscillon, and Ixo with a will this time evade the demo attempt. He doesn't get much of a bump onto Oscillon in the aftermath. He was trying to get a strong hit on him. Now Oscillon backing off, but is he backing off a little bit too late? No, Ixo's actually saved his own shot here. He's been watching a few too many Jesse streams, it would seem. But he's still got the pressure. And luckily for him, he didn't concede a counter-attack goal. That would have been devastating. Look at this by Ixo, just walking right up to Oscillon as he's landing on the ball and accepting a 50-50 in his opponent's corner. Oscillon really getting sent all over the place right now by Ixo. He's going to try and find a way to air dribble this one in. He has to mind game it and get the rebound on target, but it's just off. Oscillon is hanging on, but for how long? That's how long. Ixo eventually caves Oscillon's defense in. It was only a matter of time with Oscillon being clattered around the place, running out of boost, falling into his own goal. And that will be the equalizer. Ixo on the kickoff ties things up. And Oscillon's 3-goal lead is all but a distant memory. The final half of the game. Where does this one go next? Ixo starting to put together some strong kickoff possessions, and he wants to bump Oscillon, who's stayed underneath really, really well here. That's one of the rare times where Ixo's overhit the shot, or rather underhit the shot, I should say. It's so important that you arrive just before the ball when you're wanting to bump your opponent off his own goal line. Now here comes Oscillon, another tight angle rebound, this time off target. He's left the boost for Ixo. That's a pretty big misplay, because now he's on the receiving end of an Ixo offensive play. It's not easy to get this to stop, so will not back down without a fight. Oscillon, will he go off the wall for this? No, he wants to take it to the ground. That's a really good catch actually, but Ixo punishes the weak second touch and takes the lead. I think that's for the first time in the game. But yeah, that second touch by Oscillon was not ideal. The first touch was really quite good, and then he popped the ball up by accident on his second contact, and Ixo was fast to react. But Ixo does not go off the wall. Both of these guys are playing quite safe right now. They have a lot of respect for each other's aerial defense. Ixo backwards, wanting to find a way to rebound this one in. He gets the boost on spawn. Oscillon might not even know he's wanting to pick it up. He doesn't realize Ixo's taking it as it appeared underneath him. Aerial shot for Ixo. He misses the connection. Now Oscillon gets out of defense scot-free. 1 minute remaining. Flick over the top and a demo onto Ixo will tie the game. And Ixo didn't have much to say about this one. So Oscillon's flick from the halfway line was going to be dangerous by itself, but when you add in a demo as well, yeah, that's just going to be a goal. Not much you could do about that if you're Ixo. He had to position himself a little bit more safely. Oscillon 14 boost and the dream. And he will actually find that dream. His flick wasn't what he was looking for, but sometimes when you fail your flick, you can follow up. He's just passed the ball to himself, albeit unintentional, I'm pretty sure. Just like that, Ixo is now trailing in game 3. Is he about to be trailing in the series as well? Oscillon takes to the sky, very high first touch. He's going to try and get some side on this, and he does, but Ixo gets in the way of it. And that is the danger of air dribbling when you have a 1-goal lead. So if your opponent can get a strong save and an immediate recovery like Ixo just did, you're probably conceding. 32 seconds left, we're all tied up. Completely even series right now. Small advantage for Oscillon as he takes the ball towards the 100 boost, but Ixo's going with it. He just wants to make an awkward touch to waste some time, but that almost cost him a long shot. Ixo did not wave dash here, but he's still got Oscillon exactly where he wants him. And there's the lead for Ixo. Oscillon just stopped in the middle of nowhere. And he didn't know what to do. He, of course, is trying to get a backflip challenge here, but even if he does make contact, it's going to be Ixo with all the momentum and most likely to catch up with the ball. Wave dash by Ixo to make it 2 goals. And he's done it again. We saw this in game 2 for Ixo. Just sneaking in a wave dash pop. Well, look at that. He's wave dashed and also dodged as well. A ridiculous burst of speed to catch Oscillon off guard. As if it was needed. Ixo, you already had the 1-goal lead. Why do you have to go and make it 2? Especially with such style. That's going to leave Oscillon scratching his head a little bit as Ixo moves up 2-1 in this best of 7. Game 4, Ixo on the hunt for another Gauntlet win. At the moment, we've only had 2 players winning in the Gauntlet. Flakes first and then Ixo. Ixo's going to try and keep it like that today as securing this series. Oscillon in a bit of an awkward position, and look at that by Ixo. Show me a more delicate reverse 45-degree flick than this. Ixo can just pull the trigger whenever he wants. He somehow manages to get his car on the ball moving. Perfect synchronization. That just really makes it so difficult for Oscillon. If he decides to go early, Ixo can dodge, and if he doesn't, then Ixo can just wait. That's going to be a tight game though. Oscillon forces it underneath Ixo's challenge off the wall. Ixo wanted to save a top corner shot, but well done by Oscillon to go low this time. So the last few times he went high, Ixo did get the save using the wall for extra elevation. So with a lot of boost on this face-off, but he's hit the shot straight down the middle. Oscillon still with a bit of an awkward recovery, and he doesn't have anything on the ball here. He won't be able to catch up with Ixo's shot either. And Ixo is back in front. Oscillon a little bit all over the place here. He's actually watching his own demise here on the replay, which I had already skipped. But it is all Ixo so far, looking to emulate what he did in league play. Has Oscillon just passed the ball to Ixo? You bet he has. At least he closes the distance this time and makes it a 50-50, but Ixo's just going to ram him from behind and retake control. This seems to be how this series will be decided. Ixo dribbling at Oscillon, and Oscillon trying to hold on. Now Ixo off the ceiling. He's going to fall, so he has his dodge, and he rebounds it in from half a yard out. Oscillon letting go of the boost just a little bit there. He didn't expect Ixo to continue going for that, especially not with a simple drive-by. I'm sure Oscillon expected Ixo to dodge at least, which would have probably given him an advantage. Oscillon looking at the top right corner. Ixo is there this time. 3-1 lead. Still putting Ixo in a great spot. He's got 2 games before this as well. Really seems to have figured Oscillon out. He's given Ixo a lot of time on the ball, which is what Ixo wants. The thing that really gives Ixo the most problems is when someone can start to take control of his boost and start to bump him around and not let him dribble half the length of the field before making a flick play. It's like Oscillon's going to pick up a freebie as the ball just spills right in front of him. Good position in there by Aussie. 3 minutes left. Oscillon is looking for a delayed kickoff, but Ixo's put it straight past him. He might try a last-second dish here. Yes, he will. And he's just making it look so easy as well. Once again, Ixo can just do this whenever he wants. The second he realizes Oscillon's not going to be there in time, he puts it in fast as you like. And if you think about what else could happen there, if Oscillon is going to get the save, or at least if it looks like he is, then Ixo doesn't have to go for the shot. He's not committing early. He's not jumping off the wall and floating into position. He's just waiting, biding his time. And you know, you can score as many fancy goals as you want. If you're going to give Oscillon freebies down the middle, it's not going to be an easy game, and that's what's happening right now. Oscillon with another one, straight into Ixo's open net. Ixo is a little bit out of position. Flick gets saved this time. Oscillon doesn't get tripped too badly on the landing as well, and he's going to steal 100 boosts from the midfield. 1 goal game. Oscillon looking for a demo, but he's used all his boosts to try. And now here comes Ixo end to end with a double touch. He's missed it. It was quite a stretch, but it should be a goal as he loops back around. Power slide turn, catching Oscillon off guard. Very nice turn there by Ixo. Very sharp, very quick. And he's looking like the man in control at the moment. What can Oscillon do to try and change the direction of this series? Well, that's a good start. Forcing a bad save and following up with a goal. And he's still got half the game to go to try and find the weak spot in Ixo. Ixo has found a weak spot in Oscillon's kickoff though, and he's going to put it in with a backflip shot. Oscillon just way too far off to the left on that one. Needs to be a bit more goal side. Ixo is starting to mix in a couple more hook kickoffs just like that one, which will work very well when you're not goal side. The danger for Oscillon is if it does work well for Ixo, there's a good chance it's going to result in an immediate goal. That's not a good landing for Ixo, and he's given Oscillon another freebie down the middle. And how often is this going to happen? I make that at least 3 times this game. That Ixo's had a bad touch followed by an Oscillon goal. And it's from positions that he may even be the favourite in. That's the biggest problem for him, is he's making really, really bad unforced errors. 2 minutes and 12 remaining. Oscillon with another chance on a kickoff. He's going to slow play it. 14 boost. And he goes low, but Ixo catches a piece of it. There's 2 minutes left, and Oscillon threatening an equaliser. Top corner shot gets saved, and that's a great recovery by Ixo. He stays with the ball after saving it. Oscillon wants to turn sharply infield, and it's going to actually result in a goal after a challenge. He was hoping here that Ixo would try and race him to the side boost, and then he could just power slide turn and score, just like Ixo did to him earlier. But Ixo did not make that play. Oscillon managed to get it past him anyway. Saved by Ixo to keep this side up. Oscillon wants to tie up the series. Another goal would do it if he can hold on defensively, which he's been doing quite well for the past wee while. That might be about to change. Hook shot by Ixo, near post and out, and the rebound goes off the post at the other side. What chance for Ixo. If he'd moved into position a bit sooner, I think it was a goal for sure. But the top corner shot for Oscillon is just too good on the response, and just like that, Oscillon takes the lead. Ixo's probably thinking it should have been him. He had the open shot completely free at the edge of the box. Just didn't believe enough in Oscillon's whiff, and now Oscillon is looking to make it too. Ixo with a bump to clear his opponent out of the way. Oscillon is just refusing to back down right now. He might have another goal lined up. He's thinking about it. He needs to be careful. He's got no boost, and Ixo might just run in a counter-attack. Yes, he will. And now it's Oscillon's turn to give his opponent a freebie. He had thoughts perhaps of trying to get off the wall and put in another goal before Ixo could get back, but when he realized that wasn't possible, he couldn't figure out a backup plan before Ixo arrived and really ruined his day. Ixo trying to catch Oscillon pre-jumping. That is not going to happen too often. Oscillon very calculated in his defensive play. So what's Ixo going to do on the next offensive play for himself? It's a ceiling shot. The setup is not an easy one, and the follow-up is just as hard. Ixo does have time to get the 100 boost in the midfield, but here comes Oscillon for the air dribble bump. He does not make contact. Both players taking huge risks. Who will be rewarded? Oscillon takes the lead. It's 8-7 with 12 seconds left. Ixo was not ready for the wave dash. And now he's got 12 seconds to try and tie up this game. He's got a strong kickoff. But what is he going to do if Oscillon beats him to the ball, which he will? Ixo looking for one more chance. I don't think it's going to go up, and there is the confirmation. Oscillon takes the game and ties up the series. Game 5 out of a possible 7. It looked for a moment that Ixo might be about to wrap up the series and call a night early, but Oscillon is not going down without a fight. That's on target though for Ixo. First goal of the game from a strong challenge. Oscillon caught napping a little bit here. Ixo really did pounce on that one though. Quick turnaround when he spotted the bounce dribble attempt from Oscillon. He didn't have a long time to figure out there how much boost Oscillon had. That's the thing that Ixo had to be careful of, is if Oscillon did have a lot of boost, he might have been about to make a play on the ball. That's a great recovery by Ixo, but he has to make another one, and he will. Ixo somehow finding a way to keep Oscillon back, and Oscillon is out the game again. And Ixo's going to slow roll him one more time. Oscillon is going to come back quickly though, so that not too many seconds are wasted. That's a good cut by Ixo though, infield, making Oscillon look second best in the speed department. Not for the first time, but then again Ixo does that to everybody on his day. Remember, Ixo's coming into this game as a lower seed, despite beating Oscillon in league play. It was that loss to Bluey that put both Ixo and Oscillon on 4 wins and 3 losses each. Both of them also losing to Scrub and Fairy. But while doing so, Oscillon was able to pick up a couple of sweep wins and take quite a lot of games off his opponents while losing, even one off Fairy. Finished off with a much better game win-loss differential to win the tiebreaker against Ixo. But the matchup looks to me to be in Ixo's favour ever so slightly. He's being allowed to play this style of game that he likes to play. You know, when he does get to play his game, he often looks like the favourite against anyone. What a shot that is by Oscillon though. Air roll to the top corner. We have to take a look at that from his POV. Great placement. Ixo didn't quite expect Oscillon to go for the shot there. Decided it might just be a boost run, but it was an offensive play with a goal in mind. Ixo goes low, and he succeeds. And there's a rare sight. Oscillon losing on a low 50-50 battle. Albeit this time it was on his own goal line, and he had definitely Ixo's flicking ability in mind. Very impressive how much Ixo's kickoff has improved as this tournament has gone on. You go back to his first series he played against Flakes, you'll see that he was losing the vast majority. And when he did win, it was nowhere near as much of a win as his opponents were getting. Ixo makes it 4-1. Once again, just a little bit too fast for Oscillon to react to. Oscillon is thinking about how to turn around and make a great play on Ixo's net, but Ixo's not interested in that. He's just going to close the distance, get a big clear, and then follow up on it. Now Oscillon does get a chance. He wants to mind game Ixo, who's right in the way of him. Ixo is in good position there to block a mind game, but also if Oscillon did decide to shoot, Ixo is probably saving that as well. It was good modular defense there by Ixo. 2 minutes 45. Oscillon, almost half the game, has only put in a single goal, but he makes it 2 with a top shelf air dribble. It's not just top shelf in terms of where it ended up, it's also top shelf in terms of how quality it was. That is really well played by Oscillon. And he's only got to find 2 more to make this a very, very strong position for himself. Ixo with another kickoff win though. Where have these kickoffs been all tournament? Ixo is looking dominant right now. Oscillon again way too far off to the side. He just needs to get goal side in his approach and I think he'll be fine. He's actually going to fake one just to try and change things up. He's losing too many kickoffs, it would seem. He's lost faith in his ability to win the standard kickoff matchup. A couple of bumps by both players. Ixo still not getting too rattled though. Does not want to allow Oscillon any free goals from physical play. Almost into the final 2 minutes now and Ixo still looking very, very strong. And look at that recovery as he sets this one up with an air roll. There was so much left to do, but he power slides the landing to get around the ball and put it in the far corner. That's about as good of a recovery as you're ever going to see in Rocket League. And Oscillon's got it all to do yet again. 4 goals the difference. Ixo still pressuring every single ball. Doesn't matter how much boost he's got, he is playing this one as aggressively as possible. And now he's going to trip up Oscillon and take the ball from right under his nose. Oscillon just doesn't know how to get rid of Ixo right now. Doesn't know what to do to keep him away from scoring more goals, and that might just be another goal. Never mind, actually Oscillon has bumped Ixo into his net and he will score at the other end. It's Oscillon who comes out of a very awkward situation with a goal. He's got 1 minute and 35 to find 3 more. Ixo just about winning another kickoff, and Oscillon is trying to bump him off the boost there, but he's only bumped Ixo closer to it. The boost has been equalized. Oscillon calculating Ixo's shot as well. Where's the demo maybe for Ixo? He's actually just going to drive by. Oscillon gets the ball past him. Ixo's at the halfway line now. Oscillon with an open net, and he won't miss to make it a 2-goal game. What a setup by Oscillon. No, not 1 second too late did he flip that ball over the top of Ixo's challenge. Not even a split second, I would say. Now he's got over a minute to find a couple of goals. He was able to do this last game. Can he do it this game? He's got Ixo out of the equation. Now where's the demo? There it is, but missed for Oscillon. He did manage to get the boost, but he didn't really do much with it, and Ixo could have had a 3-goal lead back there had he not missed that one. But oh my goodness, where has Ixo gone? He's decided to go for a ceiling play in the final minute with a 2-goal lead. I don't know what on earth he's thinking, as it turns into a pass to Oscillon, who takes another open net to make it a 1-goal game. 45 seconds left, and we've got a real series on our hands here, if it wasn't already apparent. Ixo still controlling the vast majority of the possession. Oscillon waiting for his opportunity. Does not want to give Ixo another goal, because that would surely be the game. And now here comes Ixo. He's going to go low this time. No bump. And it's actually going to be Oscillon on the counter. Ixo has to pop it into his own crossbar, but in comes Oscillon for the tie game. And Ixo's wishing he didn't pass the ball to Oscillon for the 5th goal. That was certainly the unforced error of the century. And with 17 seconds left, Oscillon is not yet done. He takes the lead. I don't believe it, but he's brought back a 4-goal deficit. And he's looking to take game 5 and take a lead in the series. That is unbelievable. Oscillon makes it 8-6. And all of his problems seem to be fixed. What on earth happened to Ixo? How did he let this one get away from him? It's not quite away just yet, but if he doesn't score this in the next 2 seconds, it's going to be all over. And there is the end of the game for Ixo. Oscillon, in a ridiculous comeback, takes game 5. Last chance for Ixo. He's in the blue for game 6. If he's going to keep his tournament alive, he needs to win this game and the next. Somehow Oscillon is proving to be one of the most resilient players that we have ever seen. He found a way to win a game that looked impossible with utmost patience and consistency, and he's going to get the first goal in game 6 to really start applying the pressure to Ixo. Well, where does Ixo go from here? He'll know better than anybody that he's really thrown away that last game. He did not make Oscillon work for the 5th goal at all. In fact, he gave it to him. But he's got to put that all behind him now and just focus on the 4 minutes and 20-ish seconds that he has remaining in this match to try and keep his tournament alive. Go on to look for revenge against Scrubkiller. Ixo coming off the ceiling with a catch. Look at the ball control by Ixo. Oscillon is ready and waiting to save the inevitable flick. It's been good flick defense for the most part for Oscillon. The only exception being those really close flicks that Ixo sometimes pulls off. Ixo almost had a dodge there. He decided not to go for it, and Oscillon is hard to be jumping. It was a fake though. There's still the 1-goal lead for Oscillon. Ixo closes the gap though. He might try to follow this one up. He's got to touch this one to top corner. Somehow Oscillon saves it. I'm not even sure if the initial shot from Ixo was on target. He tried to slow it down a little bit. But Oscillon with a flick just as good as anything we've seen from Ixo takes a 2-goal lead. The power on that one is unbelievable. It's taken a touch off Ixo on the way in, so we don't know how fast the flick actually was. But that's as good as any we've seen this whole tournament. Oscillon somehow finding a way back into the series and finding a way to be ahead in this series, and he's saving every single flick that Ixo puts on target at the moment. Ixo might have to look for a different strategy, and Oscillon shows him something that he might want to try. The long shot gets over the top. Great timing by Oscillon. As soon as he sees Ixo coming forward, he hits it full volley, and he gets a 3-0 lead in what's looking to be the most dominant game for him so far. He needs to be careful. He can never write off Ixo. He's got some unbelievable creativity and power. And for the moment, it's just all Oscillon. He's going to take a 4-goal lead. Where on earth is Ixo? As Oscillon gets a flick set up to himself and then just pops it on target to make it 4. That's how he scored the first goal this game. 3 minutes and 2 seconds left for Ixo to figure out how on earth he can stop Oscillon, who has just exploded into the best form we've seen from him all series long in the game that matters most. You know, if Oscillon's ever been known to be a player who chokes when it matters most, look into his 12 Titans Year 2 performance. He did not play up to his best. You know, this should shut down all the haters. Ixo gets one back, and it is a close range flick, leaving no time for Oscillon to react. And that might be the trick for Ixo. Can he get close enough to get the ball past Oscillon before there is any chance for Oscillon? Oh, look at the pit maneuver by Ixo. He's got an open net. He needs to hurry up though. Oscillon backflips on the goal line. And I might have spoken too soon. You know, I've been seeing pretty consistent play up till now from Oscillon. But now, he's tripped himself up on the goalpost. And he's down by 3, or he's only ahead by 3 goals rather. Lead's been really almost cut in half, and Ixo's won the race to the boost. Has Oscillon on the back foot again. He's got the ball on top of his car. You know what that means. 1 more goal for Ixo. And it's only 2 now for Oscillon. Ixo scoring with absolutely every attack right now, which is a complete night and day change from what we saw at the start of this game. Ixo's early dodge can't get in the way of the kickoff goal though, and Oscillon will get 1 goal to stop Ixo from scoring one after another after another. Ixo's committing an awful lot of boost to these kickoffs. Compare that to Oscillon's standard, which is usually to save about 20. You'll see that he's He's going to be second best for most of the races to the ball. Oscillon with another shot on target. Ixo can't catch it. That's going to be 7-3. And this was definitely an Ixo misplay that set that one up. He saw Oscillon was turning to challenge, but he just refused to flick until it was too late. He's given himself a lot of work to do yet again. This time he can't pick up the ball after trying to catch it. He's going to keep on trying though. One ceiling shot leads to another, but Oscillon is just reacting to everything so well, and he's even tripped up Ixo on the landing. The 5-goal lead is back, and now Ixo only has 1 minute and 53 seconds to remedy it. Oscillon on the verge of making top 3 in the Gauntlet, where he'll then have to face Scrubkilla, one of his nemesis from all time. That's a pinch clear from Oscillon. It is actually on target after hitting the ceiling. It's all Oscillon right now. Ixo looking for any opportunities. That's a hook shot from distance, and it's placed absolutely perfectly. Ixo to the top corner from his own half. What a shot to give himself a glimmer of hope. We all know though that kickoffs have to go at least a little bit in his favor from now on. He's going to continue to use an awful lot of boost to try and get the advantage. And will get the advantage this time. Oscillon, fake challenge. And Ixo fakes a challenge of his own and will get another goal back. It's 3 goals now. And this game has just been on a yo-yo since Oscillon took the initial 5-goal lead. It's been 3 goals for Ixo, 3 goals for Oscillon, now 2 for Ixo. Make it 3 in a couple of seconds if he can put this on target. He's actually missed it though, and he's missed the follow-up as well. Was that the chance for Ixo? He could have, and probably should have, put that on target. He is going to ball chase like his life depends on it, because we know his tournament life does in fact depend on it, but it's not going to work. Oscillon gets in the way and makes it a 4-goal game again. Where does Ixo go from here? Tried to surprise Oscillon with the long-range ball chase, but Oscillon was quick to react and met him in the air, where they have been equals for the most part. 49 seconds left. Ixo just gets a piece of Oscillon's flick, which would have no doubt put the game beyond all doubt. But Ixo needs more than saves right now. This could be it for him. The ball is just doing laps, which is the worst thing that Ixo could have right now. He will get a demo, and that's going to keep his hopes alive. But he has to come back from 6 to 9. 3-goal deficit and only 28 seconds left. 1 kickoff possession for Ixo. He does have the boost, but Oscillon will ball chase as he should. Here comes Ixo, not wasting any time. He's got such an awkward position though. Can he do anything with it? Oscillon with a save might have just confirmed his next round, but Ixo somehow dishes it in the far corner at 1,000,000 miles an hour. He just does not waste any time with this one. Multiple touches to keep his hopes alive. There's still so much to do though. Can he do it? It just does not look likely. He needs to shoot this in the next second or two. And there it is, wave dash pop. But Oscillon gets the save, and he will move on to the next round to face up against Scrubkilla. And so, the league's last Englishman has been sent home to think again with $600 more in his pocket. Oscillon, meanwhile, will get another crack at Scrub tomorrow, a player who beat him 3-1 during league play. It seems fitting that both of the players who managed to take a game off Fairy Peak earlier in the tournament will play against each other in the semi-final, and the winner will have a chance to add more losses to Fairy Peak's record. But who do you think would have a better chance of doing so against Fairy in the final? This has been day 33 of the Mannfield Night 5K, sponsored by Gift Your Game. Come back tomorrow for day 34, same time, same place for the penultimate day of the tournament. It's certainly been a marathon up till now, but the sprint finish is about to start between Oscillon and Scrubkiller. Last chance for Ixo. He's in the blue for game 6. If he's going to keep his tournament alive, he needs to win this game and the next. Somehow Oscillon is proving to be one of the most resilient players that we have ever seen. He found a way to win a game that looked impossible with utmost patience and consistency, and he's going to get the first goal in game 6 to really start applying the pressure to Ixo. Well, where does Ixo go from here? He'll know better than anybody that he's really thrown away that last game. He did not make Oscillon work for the 5th goal at all. In fact, he gave it to him. But he's got to put that all behind him now and just focus on the 4 minutes and 20-ish seconds that he has remaining in this match to try and keep his tournament alive. Go on to look for revenge against Scrubkiller. Ixo coming off the ceiling with a catch. Look at the ball control by Ixo. Oscillon is ready and waiting to save the inevitable flick. It's been good flick defense for the most part for Oscillon. The only exception being those really, really close flicks that Ixo sometimes pulls off. Ixo almost had a dodge there. He decided not to go for it, and Oscillon is hard to be jumping. It was a fake though. There's still the 1-goal lead for Oscillon. Ixo closes the gap though. He might try to follow this one up. He's got to touch this one to top corner. Somehow Oscillon saves it. I'm not even sure if the initial shot from Ixo was on target. He tried to slow it down a little bit. But Oscillon with a flick just as good as anything we've seen from Ixo takes a 2-goal lead. The power on that one is unbelievable. It's taken a touch off Ixo on the way in, so we don't know how fast the flick actually was. But that's as good as any we've seen this whole tournament. Oscillon somehow finding a way back into the series and finding a way to be ahead in the series, and he's saving every single flick that Ixo puts on target at the moment. Ixo might have to look for a different strategy, and Oscillon shows him something that he might want to try. The long shot gets over the top. Great timing by Oscillon. As soon as he sees Ixo coming forward, he hits it full volley, and he gets a 3-0 lead in what's looking to be the most dominant game for him so far. He needs to be careful. He can never write off Ixo. He's got some unbelievable creativity and power. And for the moment, it's just all Oscillon. He's going to take a 4-goal lead. Where on earth is Ixo? As Oscillon gets a flick set up to himself and then just pops it on target to make it 4. That's how he scored the first goal this game. 3 minutes and 2 seconds left for Ixo to figure out how on earth he can stop Oscillon, who has just exploded into the best form we've seen from him all series long in the game that matters most. You know, if Oscillon's ever been known to be a player who chokes when it matters most, look into his 12 Titans Year 2 performance. He did not play up to his best. You know, this should shut down all the haters. Ixo gets one back, and it is a close range flick, leaving no time for Oscillon to react. And that might be the trick for Ixo. Can he get close enough to get the ball past Oscillon before there is any chance for Oscillon? Oh, look at the pit maneuver by Ixo. He's got an open net. He needs to hurry up though. Oscillon backflips on the goal line. And I might have spoken too soon. You know, I've been seeing pretty consistent play up till now from Oscillon. But now, he's tripped himself up on the goalpost. And he's down by 3, or he's only ahead by 3 goals rather. Lead's been really almost cut in half, and Ixo's won the race to the boost. has Oscillon on the back foot again. He's got the ball on top of his car. You know what that means. One more goal for Ixo. And it's only 2 now for Oscillon. Ixo scoring with absolutely every attack right now, which is a complete night and day change from what we saw at the start of this game. Ixo's early dodge can't get in the way of the kickoff goal though. And Oscillon will get 1 goal to stop Ixo from scoring one after another after another. Ixo's committing an awful lot of boost to these kickoffs. Compare that to Oscillon's standard, which is usually to save about 20. You'll see that he's going to be second best for most of the races to the ball. Oscillon with another shot on target. Ixo can't catch it. That's going to be 7-3. And this was definitely an Ixo misplay that set that one up. He saw Oscillon was turning to challenge, but he just refused to flick until it was too late. He's given himself a lot of work to do yet again. This time he can't pick up the ball after trying to catch it. He's going to keep on trying though. One ceiling shot leads to another, but Oscillon is just reacting to everything so well, and he's even tripped up Ixo on the landing. The 5-goal lead is back, and now Ixo only has 1 minute and 53 seconds to remedy it. Oscillon on the verge of making top 3 in the Gauntlet, where he'll then have to face Scrubkiller, one of his nemesis from all time. That's a pinch clear from Oscillon. It is actually on target after hitting the ceiling. It's all Oscillon right now. Ixo looking for any opportunities. That's a hook shot from distance, and it's placed absolutely perfectly. Ixo to the top corner from his own half. What a shot to give himself a glimmer of hope. We all know though that kickoffs have to go at least a little bit in his favor from now on. He's going to continue to use an awful lot of boost to try and get the advantage. And will get the advantage this time. Oscillon, fake challenge. And Ixo fakes a challenge of his own and will get another goal back. It's 3 goals now. And this game has just been on a yo-yo since Oscillon took the initial 5-goal lead. It's been 3 goals for Ixo, 3 goals for Oscillon, now 2 for Ixo. Make it 3 in a couple of seconds if he can put this on target. He's actually missed it though, and he's missed the follow-up as well. Was that the chance for Ixo? He could have, and probably should have, put that on target. He is going to ball chase like his life depends on it, because we know his tournament life does in fact depend on it, but it's not going to work. Oscillon gets in the way and makes it a 4-goal game again. Where does Ixo go from here? Tried to surprise Oscillon with the long-range ball chase, but Oscillon was quick to react and met him in the air, where they have been equals for the most part. 49 seconds left. Ixo just gets a piece of Oscillon's flick, which would have no doubt put the game beyond all doubt. But Ixo needs more than saves right now. This could be it for him. The ball is just doing laps, which is the worst thing that Ixo could have right now. He will get a demo, and that's going to keep his hopes alive. But he has to come back from 6 to 9. 3-goal deficit and only 28 seconds left. 1 kickoff possession for Ixo. He does have the boost, but Oscillon will ball chase as he should. Here comes Ixo, not wasting any time. He's got such an awkward position though. Can he do anything with it? Oscillon with a save might have just confirmed his next round, but Ixo somehow dishes it in the far corner at 1,000,000 miles an hour. He just does not waste any time with this one. Multiple touches to keep his hopes alive. There's still so much to do though. Can he do it? It just does not look likely. He needs to shoot this in the next second or two. And there it is, wave dash pop. But Oscillon gets the save, and he will move on to the next round to face up against Scrubkiller.